Hello, folks. Yes, it is me, Joe Simonelli, personally, here to see you. Me, Joe Simonelli, our, your favorite playwright slash investor, here yet for another round, and thank you for all tuning in. Now, where were we last week? Oh, yes, last week uh, we started by doing a listing a song that I couldn't recall the words to, or I was mishearing. And of course, the song was by Seals and Croft. I don't think it was Seals and Croft, but you know the guys who said maybe Steel. Nah, one of those guys with two names. I don't remember, but it's the Millennium. I'm not talking about moving in. I think they were a one-hit wonder. Now they probably had a couple of hits. Anyway, I said I've been listening to that wrong for the last 50 years because it sounded always like to me like it was I'm not talking about Millennium, and I don't want to change your life. But there's a long thing. But the Muse commented. I did get one comment this past video, folks. The Muse said, Joe, I did understand that song all those years. So there's something wrong with my ears, as we know there are. And the Muse did understand it, but I'm sure there's songs she didn't understand. Like she always thought there's a bad one on the right was there's a bathroom on the left. I don't know, something like that. I'd have to ask the Muse again. And by the way, it is Tuesday, and I might switch these to a different day because Tuesdays might be getting pretty busy around here, folks. I got a lot of things to do on Tuesdays. Um, so I might be switching the days, but we'll continue to do it once a week until. But again, Tuesday remains the Muse's favorite day because she knows Tuesday is the day I will at least make the bed in the background right there. That's the bed. Oh, that's my new drumstick. It's for my new effect. Because wait for it, folks. Wait for it. Are you waiting? Ring the bell. Ring the coffee cup. See, it's much better with the drumstick than with the pencil. It sounded like this with the pencil. Remember? You remember from last week's episode? It was this. You could hardly hear that. But with the drumstick, now we got an effect depending on how much coffee's in there. Anyway, we are now up to, wait for it, yes, last week we were at 22 subscribers. We are up one subscriber. One. I was visiting my sister and I told her about this. And she said, what's YouTube? So I showed her what YouTube was. She said, oh, okay. Uh, and then she subscribed. Of course, I subscribed for her because she didn't even know where to find YouTube. And it was kind of fun. We couldn't find the subscribe button. So maybe that's the reason I only have 23 subscribers because people can't find the subscribe button. So it takes a little work. You got to like clear stuff out, but it's there someplace. So if you can find it and would like to subscribe, there are now 23 people who want to hear what I have to say every week. I could be an influence on young minds, folks, as scary as that might be. How do you like the shirt? Again, more subdued, but from the Yaman collection, the Marty Yaman Senior collection. And this, of course, are checkerboard pattern. If this were red, I'd look like your favorite Italian restaurant's tablecloths. Anyway, where was I? Oh, yeah, the music. Wow. Let's get right to the investing this week, and then we're going to do the play of the month, a new feature, the play of the month. One of mine, of course, because why else am I doing this? But to self promote. Anyway, so as I told you, I did make two sells because I bought some stocks last week. So I sold platinum, that was strictly a metals, platinum metal. I purchased at 1330 and I sold it at 1486. Strictly to raise cash because I wanted to make some purchases, which I did last week, and I'll recap those. I also sold my position in AGNC. That was that real estate mutual fund closed in that had a nice 14% yield. And boy, am I sorry I ever sold it. I bought for 958, sold it at 1012, so slight profit. To purchase these three dogs, Target, which I paid 94 for, is now down to 90. Again, I bought it because it's a dividend aristocrat and it's yielding like 4.63. And if they keep raising their dividends, it should go up again. Don't forget, some idiot actually paid 150 for this because that's the year 52-week rolling low. So at least I didn't pay 150, folks. I paid 94. You could pay 90 if you want. I think the yellow was 85. I also bought HRL. That's Hormel Foods. That's another dividend aristocrat, and I paid 22 and three quarters for that. I think that is down again slightly too. And I bought ASTL at 4.68, and I forgot why I bought that. But what's the difference? I bought it, and Amcor, of course. But the beauty of this portfolio is the supposedly safe names I just bought because they're dividend aristocrats. And even though they're down slightly, they do have that yield protecting them. But my little speckies, of which I own much more of, because that was the thesis, I said you can purchase more of the cheap stocks and you get much higher percentage gains. So they are those huge gains uh, are far outweighing the small losses I have in the three recent purchases. And I am not contemplating buying anything else for a while. So we're going to stay with that portfolio, see what happens. Now, if extra cash comes in, you or I can go right back into the AGNC. So if you just want to park cash in that and collect that juicy 14% yield on real estate, you can do that. That's usually what I do. And if I see a stock I need and I want to raise funds, that's what I use. So it's like my money market, only it's yielding 14%. Okay, so that's it on the investing for this week. And now we're going to go to the new feature. Wait, new feature called Simonelli's Play of the Week. This week's Simonelli Play of the Week is a play we just concluded at the Cape Cafe Theater in Southwest Florida, and we did it. It was our Halloween play. I've written 3 Halloween ghost story thrillers. This was the latest, and this is called The Spirit of Bay Manor. Had a nice run, and I think your theater should do it because don't you get tired of every Halloween of doing like Bell Bucket Candle and Blithe Spirit and all the plays you staged a million times and your audience has seen a million times? Wouldn't you like to stage a brand new thriller, folks, that nobody's seen? Because, I mean, playwrights just crank out so many original ghost stories, don't they? Not this guy. I'm the only one who does it. I think you should stage it, don't you? Anyway, small cast, these are the stage, minimal effects, but effective effects. A couple of jokes, but that's only tension breaking jokes. Really, this is a straight thriller more than the other ones. The other two are, oh, I just froze for a second. The other two are kind of straight thrillers too. But this is the latest Spirit of Bay Manor, available through Miracle or Two Licensing, New York City. If you want to license that play, and I think you should, go right to them and they will give you the terms. I am also running a royalty special on my non Miracle or Two titles and my non Concord titles, and it's quite a few, 15 titles, including The Rainbow Holiday, written mostly by the Muse, which is getting a production here in Southwest Florida at the Alliance of the Arts Theater in Fort Myers, and that's going to run in December for 6 performances. Uh, of course, A Christmas Tale is going to be at the Lemon Bay Playhouse in December. That is another Miracle or Two title. But my royalty special is, and I think we talked about this, Concord titles are up to at least 100, 110 is the minimum, 130 or 40 is the maximum. Forget about Dramatists, was also bought by Concord. Their titles are going anywhere from 130 minimum to 170. These are amateur titles. So I'm running a special on my non uh, licensed or non self licensed titles of only $100 for community theaters, $100 flat rate. Okay. Since I don't have to pay the licensing, company a percentage, I can save money, folks. It's like a used car commercial. I can save money and pass the savings on to you. So, about 15 titles, like I said, a Rainbow Holidays in there, Sicilians in the Basement. That is a great show for Valentine's Day. It's a romantic comedy. Uh, and my 5 titles with Miracle or Two, I checked their royalties. They're about at $100 too, so you can include the Miracle or Two titles in there. I don't control those royalty licenses, but they have nice titles like, as I said, A Christmas Tale with This Ring, which is perfect for Valentine's. We'll discuss that another time. So that's the plug. Hey, I'm running a little long here. I got to get out of here, folks, because I do have things to do. Kind of. Anyway, that's it for today. Joe Simonelli, playwright, investor, signing off until next week. I bid you adieu. 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 Bye bye.